What's hacking? It's Quackin', and welcome back to another episode. This time we're talking about the Evercade VS Atomic Edition. Now, I've been waiting a long time for this device. Now what this is, now Evercade, they specialize in making pretty much a modern retro console in a way, where they have these cartridges that contain a variety of different ROMs and different games you can play, and you simply can play it just like an actual console. You plug these cartridges in there, and in this case, this is the VS model. And originally, it was just a handheld that only had one cartridge slot. This is interesting because it has two cartridge slots. It kind of seems like it's one of those kind of like unnecessary features, but it's interesting because for this collection that I got, it comes with two games on two cartridges in a way to, really take big advantage of the VS feature in there as well. And of course, this has controllers, two of them, so you can really play your Duke Nukem, multiplayer action. Now, this is a limited edition version of the Evercade Versus. This is, of course, the Atomic Edition. I got the box right back up here, so I had to put it on our nice, ever-creasing box display. Now, I really liked the design of the Evercade Versus. It's essentially like a 90s, like, meltdown kind of theme that, of course, fits Duke Nukem. It's not really, I guess it's not necessarily supposed to be a Duke Nukem console. I guess the reason why being is because, we can only get licensing stuff so far, but this is, I guess, the way to skirt that. And this is limited to 2,000 units. Of course, there is two custom controllers it came with as well. And then, of course, two of the cartridges right here, each with 3 games on them. One of them is a collection with the original Duke Nukem 1 and 2. Then it has Duke Nukem 3D, or I always think that is interesting how it's technically Duke Nukem 3, but it's 3D. And then there's probably the collection that not a lot of people are going to go crazy for. Probably the main one would be Duke Nukem Advanced due to its rarity. But we have Duke Nukem Time to Kill, Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, and then Duke Nukem Advance, of course. That one's a little more valuable due to its Game Boy Advance obscurity. Everyone's wanting to collect Game Boy Advance stuff. Very interesting. I have played Duke Nukem 3D. I really am looking forward to the 2D platformer stuff. I'm really much a platformer kind of person. It definitely felt kind of like a Keith Courage almost feel the way it seemed. But what's interesting is these are remastered games to where they're meant to play on Evercade system, like they're built for Evercade. I think that this might be one of the first exclusive games on the Evercade. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it definitely is a exclusive to where these are remade versions where a lot of games have this where you can swap between new age graphics and the old age graphics. And then this is meant to run directly on the Evercade, which is interesting. Now, one nice thing about the Evercade Versus is this is Evercade, every Evercade Versus system, along with the EXP, is you get access to one special download title a month. So long as you don't update your game, you can keep that download title. Once you update it, there will be a new game to play each month. So I think that's pretty neat, something to look forward to every month. It is a digital game, and it seems like there's more of a focus. Kind of feel the physical games, but I think that's really cool to have 2 cartridge slots to be able to, play both collections at the same time. Now, I was really looking forward to my Evercade, so I actually bought a Evercade multi-game cart of the Data East Arcade Collection. I think this has about looks like 10 games on here, so even more. With that, it's not just the free game. I know this comes with a special Evercade vs. Atomic Edition theme, which I think is pretty cool as well. Themes. We got like 3DS, PlayStation. I know the 3DS is gone. We have something to succeed that in a way. The Evercade is made by Blaze. I know they just released a collaborative system called the, I think it's called the, not the Evercade Mini. It's by something Ultra Megatech, and it's like this small device that comes with some pack-in games, but it also works with Evercade cartridges, which is interesting. I honestly thought it was like an Evercade kind of dealing or something. But no, I guess let's go and open up these games as well. I never did bother to do that because I don't know. I honestly, these cases I think are really interesting. They remind me of Japanese GameCube game cases. They're not taking up too much space, and they have just enough to be able to have what you need be in there. So of course we have the first one right here. I thought that smoke interesting. I don't know if you can see that smoke on the gun. I thought was something that was a mistake there. And then of course inside we have the game and the manual. It is nice because of course manuals. I always love that retro smell. But yeah, retro or manuals of course are a thing of the past, and this is I think really cool how they have different things talking about the game and stuff like that. I remember as a kid, I was like, I'm not going to read this stinking manual. I know how to play the game. But nowadays, they really are like a thing of the past, and you're only going to see these kind of things from obscure companies. Now, it's interesting. It does kind of bring the topic of physical games. Everyone's talking about physical games dying. I feel like, in a way, physical games are never going to die, and I say that as in like a larger spectrum. A lot of people are talking about physical games. The way I say this term, a lot of the term that goes out there regarding physical games is, I feel like physical games are going to die in the way that people are talking, as they're not going to be sold in stores anymore. Like, we're not going to be like Switch, PlayStation, or Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation on like the main consoles, but we still will see stuff like this when there's companies like Blaze that come out of the woodworks, or in this case, I guess that might be a negative way to put that, and show up and make things like games like this. We got the game cases, we have manuals as well. I think that's really neat. So that is Duke Nukem Collection 1, and then Duke Nukem Collection 2. We'll go and open up. It's probably going to be, it'll look about the same. But overall, I think this is really neat. It definitely reawakens that feeling of games in the past. And even though I said I didn't really care for the manuals as much, I appreciate them more. I think it's a way you can grow in a way. There's that, and then we have Collection 2 as well. Honestly, I was really looking forward to playing the Data East stuff first, because I'm more so an arcade person. But Duke Nukem is definitely up my alley. I think that's kind of what the inspiration is with the whole look here I got in my videos. So in a way, this thing kind of came on the scene a little bit like perfect timing for the way my channel is. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and slot both the game cartridges in here. I think there's a 1 slot, so I guess we'll put Collection 1. Looks like it faces down like that, and we slot that in. And there's Collection 2. So it is a little interesting. I almost say they stick out, but almost in like a good, like, intentional manner. Like, they almost seem like bullets or something. In a way, how this is designed. But overall, I think this is a really cool console. I'm really happy to get this. Exclusive 2,000 units. I ordered this June 1st, and it showed up. Today is December 4th. So I'm really happy to see this collection, this console's collection, these games finally come in. I kept seeing all kinds of content creators I follow finally, get their not their console, but they got these review units, and I'm like, oh, come on, send me it already, And usually the Evercade Versus comes with a pack-in game. Like, this isn't, this is just an example. This isn't a pack-in game. I got that on sale somewhere. But usually that's what happens. It comes with some kind of pack-in game. In this case, they decided to include, the Duke Nukem collection. A lot of people were saying that these games were going to be delayed. I'm glad they weren't, considering they would have delayed the console. I was seeing something about these games were going to be shipped out sooner rather than later, and they did take a bit of a week from when I responded to them regarding shipping. And I mean, honestly, I'm just really glad to see I finally got this. Overall, though, tell me what you think of the Evercade versus Duke Nukem collections. Tell me what you think of the Evercade versus Atomic Edition in the comments section. Are you going to be picking these collections? Have you ever thought about looking at the Evercade before? Let me know down below. And of course, this is Hackin' Quackin', not Quackin' Hackin'. Take care, everyone.